Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a general love reading, and this is going to be about who is coming towards you in love. I just finished filming a pick a card on this topic, but not everybody likes pick a card readings. So usually what I do is I also do a pile for people who don't watch the pick a card pile or the pick a card reading. So this is going to be for the collective who feels called to watch this reading. And I just have to make something clear. And I don't feel like I should have to apologize for saying this, although some of you will tell me that I need to stop mentioning it. But, I just want to make something very clear. If you are not wanting to hear about someone from your past, do not watch this reading, because I have a lot of people who watch these readings and they'll watch the entire thing. And if that's how you want to spend your time, watching a reading about someone that you don't want back in your life, then that's your right. But I do these readings for people who want reconciliation. Not all of my readings are about reconciliation, but I do channel a lot of reconciliation energy. And I have no control over what I channel. And just the amount of people who are making comments about how they don't want this person back. And it just, as a reader, and if you don't want to hear this, fast forward. But I've seen other people say this to readers, like, oh, you should just ignore the comments. And we do. We ignore a lot of comments. There's a lot of negative comments out there. But those negative comments eventually also start to make it hard for people like someone like me to want to do these readings, because it's a lot of negativity. And this reading is definitely about someone from your past. Definitely. So I know, because I pre-shuffled the oracle cards out, I know this is about a past person. So if you do not want that past person back, leave it for the people who want it. Leave this reading for the people who want the past person back, because I also don't feel like I should have to filter myself in these reconciliation readings just because there's people out there that don't want their past person back or hate their past person. Stop watching readings about your past person then. So I'm just going to be very straight up. This is about a past person, and I'm someone who believes in reconciliation. So if you don't want your past person back, go find another reading with peace and love, and leave this reading for the ones who want it and want to manifest that. Because I found that recently I've been channeling a lot of people who don't want this past person back, and it affects the reading in a huge way. And I want this reading to find the right people. So leave this reading for the people who want to manifest a reconciliation, because that's what this reading is about based on the oracle cards that I just pulled. And I'm not going to apologize for speaking my truth on my own channel. And if you don't want to hear it, like I said, you can fast forward. I don't think we should be shaming readers for speaking up for themselves either. I have a very specific reader that's coming to mind. Her name is Missy. And, some of the comments that she gets, she stands up for herself, and she has every right to do that. But a lot of people will tell her, you should be standing up for yourself. Why not? Why can't we stand up for ourselves? Anyway, I want this reading in one of those pick a cards I did. I'm not going to tell you which pile, but I channeled a collective who was in they were in surrender. They wanted their person back, and it was such a beautiful energy to channel, and I felt like I could be more open and honest. Whereas sometimes I feel like I have to watch what I'm saying, because I don't want to trigger the negative people in my comment section. But anyway, so you've been warned. This is about a past person. So if you don't want to hear it, you're probably not even watching this anymore. But I just want to be able to be authentic in these readings. And I found that recently I've been having to like filter what I've been saying and I'm not going to do it anymore. So I'm just going to, anyway, let's just get into your reading. And I apologize to those of you who aren't negative and love these readings, because you don't actually deserve my rant either. You don't deserve for me to come on here and tell you all of that. But I just had to get it off my chest, because I don't think there's any reason that we shouldn't be able to speak up for ourselves. I'm just being honest. So let's get into your reading, my friend. I don't know. Maybe you're someone who speaks your mind, because for some reason, as soon as I hit record, it was like I felt like I needed to speak my mind. And that's not always me. Sometimes I'm afraid to speak my mind. But anyway, let's get into your reading. So this is about the person coming towards you in love. So if this sounds like someone you don't want to hear from, or you don't want the past person back, not your reading. Leave it for those who it belongs to. So we have the Star. I feel all fired up for some reason, and I was fine. It's not like anything happened to me. I just finished that pick a card. I have no idea what happened in between finishing pile 3 and starting this reading. I have no idea where this is coming from. So maybe you're someone who speaks your mind. And if that's you, I admire you. I want to be more like you. So we have the Star and the Veil. So I can say right away, you could be dealing with an Aquarius, but I feel like whoever you are connected to, whoever's coming back into your energy, has been kind of stuck behind the veil. They were stuck behind that veil. Maybe I'm hearing veil of avoidance. But they've been healing with the Star. They've definitely been healing. We have the Bear. So Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Your person could be hairy with the Bear. I always say that with the Bear. Your person could be very hairy. We have Thanatos, which is death. This is very interesting energy, and I just wanted to be able to channel it without, again, filtering what I'm saying. For all the people who are watching readings about a past person they don't actually want back. Then we have the Commander and the King of Pentacles. So I don't know how the Commander is resonating with you. Maybe your person is some sort of commander, like a commander of a ship or something. I don't know. But King of Pentacles energy, so more Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Collapse, and you got 2 cards for this. And we have 333. So that could be a significant number for you, or just 3s in general. You'll notice that at the end of my tarot channel name, I have 333 because 3s are a significant number for me. And I'm going to talk about all of these energies once I lay all the cards down. I don't know why I'm feeling called to say this, but for some of you, I don't know if you want to like screenshot that and put it as a wallpaper on your phone. I have no idea why I'm getting that message. And then extra indicators of who this is. Let me just do this because this is the order they came out in. We have ghosted, disappear, silence, ignored, rejected. So I'll explain these cards right now. This is clearly someone who disappeared on you. This is someone who ghosted you, someone who rejected you, someone who ignored you. For some reason, I'm seeing they could have triggered a wound within you, because I started seeing that girl from the Breakfast Club, not Molly Ringwald, but the other one. And they're all talking about what their parents did to them. And he said, "What did your parents do to you?" And she said, "They ignore me." So this person could have triggered like a neglect wound within you, I'm hearing. This is supposed to be about who's coming towards you, but I just, again, now that I've gotten that off my chest, I can feel the channels or the downloads coming through quite clearly. We have player, charming, manipulative, karmic, being tested. So this could have been someone that you even thought what, like you could have questioned, is this just a karmic? I do feel like, you know, even twin flames are karmic in nature. They teach you karmic lessons. And I just kept seeing that girl from the Breakfast Club saying, "My parents ignored me." So that person, by being, they could have really tested you by ghosting you or ignoring you or not making you or not seeing and loving you. And we have reconciliation, reunion, second chance, back together, I miss you. And again, I wasn't going to say anything, but when this card came out, for some reason, I felt like I needed to speak my mind. And I feel like that could be symbolic of whoever I'm channeling. Like you could be someone who speaks your mind, or it could have to do with this person speaking their mind to you. So let's get into this energy. I've already explained the star, so I do feel like this is someone who's been doing a lot of healing. And I'll just go left to right. I've already explained these. I do feel like you were dealing with someone who ghosted you or was inconsistent or was a player energy. There could have been manipulation. I feel like you both tested each other. And we have the Bear card. So this is someone awakening from a spiritual slumber. This is someone coming out of their cave. This is someone who's been in hibernation. They've been in hermit energy. They've been in reflection. And they've gone through some sort of transformation. And it could take a while for this person, like maybe it's taken a while since they've gone through their transformation or since they've woken up to come towards you, but they're coming. The other card, I couldn't take all these. Whoa, where did that card come from? That's interesting. I accidentally picked up that card, the flame, so this could be a twin flame connection. But we had the forest come out as well. And to me, it was very symbolic of this bear energy. And it actually kind of reminds me of that symbol upside down. But your person could like camping, or they could be very outdoorsy. But the forest talks about someone who's been kind of in the darkness, kind of lost in the woods, but they're starting to find their path. And then I accidentally grabbed the flame. So that could be very symbolic for you guys. I'm just going to keep these two cards out, actually. So with Thanatos, this is someone who's, you know, they've been through a death. They've been through a death, maybe not a literal death. Like for some of you, maybe someone in their energy passed away, unfortunately. Like I was hearing a pet or a family member or a friend. That'll wake you up, you know. At the beginning of this year, someone that I was an acquaintance with found out they were sick and that they didn't have very long to live. And they were gone within a month. And it completely, like it really changed me in a way, because I thought like, it really made me look at my life. Like life can go by so quickly. So that could be symbolic for, you know, someone that they were close to could have passed away, or this could be a metaphorical death. I feel like this person has gone through some important transformation and that their old self has kind of died away. The fact that we have the Knight of Wands energy here with player and the King of Pentacles, like this is someone who was a Knight of Wands. So they could have been very inconsistent. They could have been hot and cold. They could have been like a player energy. They're maturing into this King of Pentacles now. And I'm hearing like a provider and a protector. This could have been someone who had a fear of commitment in the past. And now, when they come towards you, they're in this energy that they're ready for commitment. They want to protect and provide. With collapse, something within them has completely collapsed. And the collapse card talks about how what worked in the past will no longer work. And you can either change or things will never be the same again. So I do feel like this collapse card and the death card are very connected here, that this person's old way of living or their old lifestyle has completely collapsed. I do feel like there was, whatever the old version of this connection was, it's completely collapsed. It can't go back to the way it was. I don't think you and this person could have a reconciliation if you went back to the way things were, which could have been like the inconsistency, the hot and cold. I just heard step up or step out. So the old version of this connection is gone and a new one is transforming with this emerging with this collapse card. And 333333 in this deck is about gratitude. So whoever this was is actually grateful for the collapse because it woke them up. Something also could have collapsed in their life that woke them up. But what I'm seeing with this 3333 card is that this person has realized that they're quite grateful towards you for whatever reason that is. The fact that I accidentally picked up this flame card speaks volumes to me about how this person still holds a flame for you, or they still feel a flame for you. And to make it even more interesting, when I was shuffling the animal cards, these cards came out. That must be why I did that in the beginning of this reading, because I don't normally speak like that or rant like that. And that's what the Nightingale is about. It's about speaking your truth. So I feel like this has to do with your person because, like I said, I couldn't possibly take 4 cards, but 4 cards came out for who is coming towards you. And we have the unicorn. So this is someone who's, waking up to divinity. They're waking up to their higher self. We have the vulture. So what you thought was a tragedy was actually a blessing in disguise. And then we have the Nightingale, someone who has something they want to say, a truth to communicate. And when we don't communicate our truth, we get throat chakra blockages and we get lumps in our throat, and it makes it hard for us to communicate. And I've been doing a lot of reflecting that over the past month or so, I've been finding it harder and harder to want to do some of these readings because of some of the freaking comments. And it's not that I'm letting the comments get to me. Please don't tell me you shouldn't let the comments get to you. But it's kind of like going into your job every day and having your boss telling you, why are you doing that? Why are you working like that? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? It gets to you. And I want to shine my light for the people who want to experience that light. Anyway, so I feel like that has something to do with your person's energy. They have a lump in their throat. There's something they want to say to you, a truth they want to express. And I feel like that's what happened to me in the beginning of this reading. Because like I said, I don't normally do that in my readings. Because I notice that when readers speak their truth, or anybody speaks their truth nowadays, people are like, you shouldn't be doing that. Which is really we shouldn't be telling other people that, in my opinion. If somebody wants to speak their truth, let them speak their freaking truth. Anyway, I don't know what's going on with me in this reading. So that's what we have for who this is. So we're going to get tarot. We have the Empress first cut, so you could be a divine feminine. So let's see who this is coming towards you. You know, I just want to tell you a funny story about my own experience with watching tarot. I never, ever defend myself in my comment section, ever. But when I watch other tarot readers and I see people make comments like that, I will say something, because it's kind of like that. When you think of a bully, like if you let a bully just walk all over everybody, when I think about like a bunch of people standing up to a bully, it works much better. But anyway, I was watching a reading the other day, and the reader was holding the Seven of Swords, and she gave the meaning of the Seven of Swords, and twice in the reading she misspoke and called it the Seven of Pentacles, even though at the beginning of the reading she said this is the Seven of Swords, and she gave the right interpretation for the Seven of Swords. She talked about mental thoughts and the whole interpretation of the Seven of Swords, but she had a slip of the tongue where she said Seven of Pentacles twice, and there was someone in her comment section going on about how she kept calling it the Seven of Pentacles, and that's not the Seven of Pentacles, that's the Seven of Swords. You're saying it wrong. You're talking about the wrong card. So I just said, I'm actually a reader myself, and everything she described was the Seven of Swords. She just had a slip of the tongue. It happens. It happens to me all the time. And then this person responded back to me, I know that. I know the meaning. I know the meaning. I know that she was. In reality, I don't even care. And it's like, then why are you telling her that she's getting it wrong? Why are you critiquing her like that? Anyway. So when I see that in other readers' comment sections, I'll actually say something, because why should we let people be shitty? Anyway, I don't know what's going on with me in this reading. We have the Temperance. I'm just going to keep going. We have Temperance. So Sagittarius energy, divine timing, healing, balance. There could have been something off balance in this connection in the past. We've got the King of Pentacles. So in divine timing, you've got the King of Pentacles coming towards you. In divine timing, you've had to be patient for this, but there they are, King of Pentacles. Flame. Look at the synchronicities. The Lovers. Oh my gosh. Could be a divine love connection, my friends. A connection meant to change you. And I haven't felt this connected in a reading in a long time. So clearly I had a throat blockage that I needed to speak my truth to clear that blockage. Anyway, I just spit on the card. So, who is coming towards you in love? Spirit's just like, bam! That's the Five of Wands in reverse. The Ten of Swords in reverse. Spirit's not messing around. That's reconciliation energy, okay? That's crazy pants. Anybody who knows, like, my older readings, I've had a blockage the past little while, and I feel like by speaking my truth, my blockage is gone. Because anyway, so for who this is, we've got the Five of Wands in reverse. Someone who wants the end of conflict. So someone you were in conflict with, someone where there were blockages, there were things getting in the way. There could have been external influences. There could have been other people. This is resolution. Someone coming towards you wanting to fix this, wanting resolution. Ten of Swords in reverse. That's about putting a connection back together. That's about after learning important lessons, major healing, painful swords falling out. So whoever this is, they've learned their lesson is what I'm hearing, and they want resolution with you. This person, there's been blockages. You could have had this person blocked. They could have had you blocked. There could have been external factors of this connection, other people's opinions. Who is this coming towards the viewer in love? We've got the star, discovery. So this isn't the star, but it always reminds me of the star. I feel like this card is very connected to the star because we have this little mouse staring at that star, discovery. So this is someone who, they've made some sort of important discovery, possibly it could have to do with this death energy. But they've been healing. 6 of Cups for who this is. Confirmation that this is someone from your past. Okay? Someone that you have history with. 6 of Cups. Soulmate energy. Someone who maybe has been discovering their childhood wounds that they need to heal. Oh my goodness. And you know what? Can I just say one more thing? Since I'm already ranting and raving. If you didn't want to hear it, you wouldn't still be watching. As a child, I was punished for speaking my truth. And I found that sometimes when I speak my truth, people don't like it in the comment section. And they say, you're ruining the reading. So I don't want to live like that. This is reminding me of inner child healing. And by dimming my light and not speaking my truth, I'm just hurting my inner child. So again, let's not punish people for speaking their truth. And maybe if you feel triggered by people speaking their truth or speaking their mind on their own channel, maybe that's a wound within you where there's something that you're not speaking the truth about. Again, I don't know what is going on with me in this reading. Would you truly go into your workplace and have someone talk down to you and just be silent? And not stick up for yourself or put up with bad behavior or not put up boundaries? It's BS. Anyway. Oh my goodness. Let's see this person's energy when they come towards you. Lovers. Oh my goodness. There's 2 lovers cards in this deck. And this one is the one that I love the most because this one is connected to self-love. So this is someone who's done a lot of soul searching. They're in the energy where they want to make a choice. They're choosing love over other people's opinions, over their own shadows. They're choosing this connection, is what I'm hearing. We've got 8 of Pentacles on the bottom. So this is someone who is in the energy of wanting to put in the effort and wanting to commit. This is someone who's been working on themselves. And again, this is someone who's been working on self-love. Gemini energy. Oh my goodness. Let's see your energy when this person comes in. Oh, that's really interesting. So we have the 9 of Cups, but I'm getting a very clear message, and it's not going to resonate for everyone. But we have the 9 of Cups. So when this person comes back in, you're going to be in a positive mindset. You're going to be focusing on other wish fulfillments. This person won't be your only wish fulfillment. You'll be I'm hearing positive mindset, keeping a positive mindset. You'll be, not down in the dumps, so to speak. You won't be in a negative mindset, which is what I keep telling people about who are, in that negative mindset. This will never happen. This is not real. This will never happen. No, it won't if you keep up with that mindset. But you could be focusing on some sort of wish fulfillment when this person comes in that doesn't have to do with this person. But I'm just hearing like positivity. And then we have the Five of Cups in reverse. So you're going to be in the energy of healing past wounds. But when that came out, the fact that that is by a gravestone, I just wanted to mention that for some of you, this Death card, it could come at a time where you're experiencing loss in your life. And I'm not saying that to scare you. But, you know, maybe you just, when this person pops back into your life, it could come after a loss that you've been through. I just felt like I had to say it. So you're going to be in the energy of contentment, satisfaction, success, pleasure, appreciation, feeling fulfilled, enjoying life's pleasures. Positivity, though. You're going to be in a positive mindset, and you're not going to be in this like sad, mournful energy. Although for some of you, like I said, I heard something very clear about maybe that you're experiencing a loss when this person pops back up into your energy. We also have Judgment here. So you could be going through another awakening. We go through many. But you're in this energy, like lots of self-evaluation when this person comes back in. Nine of Pentacles. So Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, you know, stepping into your higher self. You're going to be... The Nine of Pentacles is an energy, I don't need anything from outside of me. Everything I need is within me. That's the energy you're going to be in when this person comes in. All right, how is this person feeling about you right now? We have the Empress. I don't chase, I attract. So this person feels like your divine feminine energy. So, you know, this person feels like you're tending to your inner garden. They feel like no one else compares to you. I'm hearing that song, Nothing Compares to You. We've got the Devil in reverse. So the Devil in reverse is about, it can talk about unhealthy patterns, but it can also talk about, you know, this person feels like you are someone who's very self-aware. You could have even triggered their own self-awareness about some of their shadows. We have the Fool. So this person, they could actually be worried that you're moving on without them. You know, they could be worried that you are gonna, like you're taking a leap of faith in a different direction, or that you're exploring new love. They could feel like you're surrendering this connection, especially if there was unhealthy patterns happening with the Devil in reverse. We've got Capricorn, we've got Aries energy, and then we've got the Eight of Wands and the Three of Cups. So this person, you know, does feel like reaching out to you, communicating with you with the Eight of Wands. Three of Cups is an energy about reconnection, wanting to know how you're doing. But I'm also seeing like this person could be feeling like you are surrendering them because you seem to be focusing on yourself. You're moving forward. You could be spending time with friends. And this person feels like you're irreplaceable here. Okay, let's look at their intentions. Ace of Pentacles. So their intentions are to have like love. Yes, their intentions, Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands is about wanting to create a stable foundation. And we have 4 candles in this image. So I feel like this person's intentions are to create something stable, long-lasting. I'm hearing commitment. And the Ace of Pentacles, their intentions are to plant this pentacle or offer you a stable offer that will grow into a solid foundation. This person intends to come towards you with the Three of Wands. All right. I want to see how you're going to feel when this person pops back into your energy. How are you going to feel when this person comes towards you? Whatever that was, it flipped back in. Six of Cups. we've got the Eight of Swords on the bottom. So new perspectives. You're going to feel like you're seeing a new side of this person. And I should say so, because they went from the Knight of Wands to the King of Pentacles. So you bet your butt you're going to be seeing a new perspective of them. And you're going to feel this reconnection. You're going to feel this reunion energy. You're going to feel very nostalgic with the Six of Cups. You're going to feel like they've healed. You know what? The Eight of Swords, I always say the Eight of Swords can represent trauma that keeps us stuck. And the fact that we have the Six of Cups, which represents childhood wounding, and we have the Eight of Swords in reverse, I feel like you're going to feel like this person has freed themselves from the trauma and the childhood wounds that kept them stuck. You're going to see a new perspective of this person. Guess what else you're going to feel? You're going to feel like you're going to be able to release limiting beliefs and fears. All right, let's see. After this person comes in, let's see the shared energy between you. So once this person comes in, shared energy between you. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. Isn't that interesting? Because they're coming out as the King of Pentacles. We've also got the Four of Pentacles in reverse, which is about being open. We've also got the Page of Swords sticking out of the deck, which I won't take, but it's right there. So you're going to feel like connecting energy when this person comes in. You're getting on the same page is what I'm hearing. I'm not trying, like, no pun intended. You're getting on the same page. You're curious, like you're both curious about each other. You're more open. With the Queen of Pentacles, it's a very welcoming energy. So I feel like you both kind of welcome each other back with open arms. And like I said, the Four of Pentacles in reverse talks about being more open and honest. The Queen of Pentacles, this is the connecting energy between the two of you after they come back in. Stability, abundance, nurturing, kind partner, generous, caring, practical, comforting, welcoming, sensible. And it does talk about success after a long period of effort. So I feel like this has taken a while. And the Four of Pentacles, generosity, giving, openness. There's also something about how both of you aren't going to be so focused on material things, like maybe your job, but you're going to be focused on each other. You're going to be very generous with your time and energy towards each other. Again, very welcoming with each other, very open. Let's get one more. One more for connecting energy after this person comes in. We have the King of Swords. So there's honest communication, and we've got the Page of Pentacles. And we've got the Six of Pentacles. Perfect. So this person could be younger than you. They don't have to be. But we've got the Page of Pentacles, which is growth. It's a fresh start. We've got the King of Swords, which is like honest communication. It reminds me of that nightingale. So there's going to be clarity. There's going to be authentic communication is what I'm hearing. There's a reason at the beginning of this reading, for those of you who know me, I mean, as much as you can know someone this way. But I feel like maybe you've seen me not being quite myself in the past couple months. My readings have gotten a little shorter. I've stopped, Anyway, there's a reason that happened at the beginning of this reading. It has to do with your person, is what I'm hearing. There's a lot of authentic communication. Page of Pentacles, fresh start energy. And we've got the Six of Pentacles, which is equal give and take and reciprocity, baby. Balance. Love it. So what do you need to hear about your person? Okay. We've got the Hermit and the Emperor. So what do you need to know about your person? They have been hermiting. Remember that Forest card? They've been hermiting. They're awakening from a lot, like from a spiritual slumber. They've been doing a lot of self-reflection, a lot of self-evaluation, and it's causing them to step up here. And, you know, for how they felt about you, they see you as the Empress. So I do feel like this person sees you as their person, as their match. And after a period of self-reflection and isolation and soul introspection, this person is stepping into that Emperor energy. Amazing. So I didn't do this for the pick a card, but let's just see if Spirit has advice for you. Advice. We have Judgment. So it almost feels like this is coming soon. And we have the Hierophant. So there could be something about you. I know I sound like a broken record, but there could be something about you heeding your inner call to guide others or be a mentor to others or a teacher to others. I know I sound a little bit like a broken record here. There could be something about you focusing on your soul purpose. But also I feel like this is about the fact that this is a soul contract that was meant to help you both awaken and do this self-evaluation. And the fact that this is coming out, this was the energy that you're going to be in when this happens. So the more self-evaluation you can do, the more adjustments that you can make in your life in terms of this Judgment energy, the more you can awaken, the more that you surrender those limiting beliefs and negativity, I feel like the faster this will happen. 10 of Cups underneath. So I feel like there's commitment and happily ever after in your future. All right. I'm going to get channeled messages from your person. So let's see what your person wants to say. Okay. I know you are my other half. That's what I was getting with that Empress and Emperor energy. Look at all the messages that came out for you. That's a lot of messages. All right. Don't think I don't care about you, because I really do. So with that Veil card, the Star and the Veil, this could be someone who's been hiding how they feel about you. You turn loose heaven within me. Now I'm hearing that song, Heaven on Earth. Heaven is a place on earth. Love isn't always on time. Please be patient with me. I want you by my side. There's something about that Emperor and Empress. You are the song of my heart, which is making me hear the song You'll Be in My Heart from Tarzan. Your name is following me everywhere. I bet it is. You feel like a warm home to me. I know that the fire that burns in you is the same that burns within me. And that's what I was feeling at the beginning of this reading when I was speaking my truth. I was feeling like this fire burning within me. I remember you. Do you remember me? I desire you deeply and eternally. Internally as well. You are the song of my heart. Oh, look at that. We have two. Interesting. I didn't know there were duplicates. I've never cared so deeply for someone before. I know who you are to me. You're their Empress. What I would give to run my fingers through your hair. The song Always by Bon Jovi could be symbolic. I want to dance across eternity with you. Thank you for your beautiful presence in my life. You know, the person who created this deck doesn't do tarot anymore. Because I think that I think the negativity got to her. Anyway, forgive me. I have never felt this way before. I do not know how to act. You are healing my soul, but it is a work in progress. I cannot handle any more heartbreak. You are the answer to my whole life. I notice there's a lot of blue ones coming out, which have to do with communication. The taste of your presence, it's something I will never be able to forget. I know you are my other half. Dang right they do. I want to create with you. My entire being and body is attracted to you. I am burning with passion for you. The flame. Can you handle all of my scars? I can never say it, but I do love you. I feel you guys got a lot. I feel so much beauty, harmony, sweetness, and shelter between us. You feel like the sweetest home I've never known. Maybe this person never felt like they were at home. I felt like that growing up, and my mom used to be like, "What are you talking about?" I'd be like, "This doesn't feel like my home." It's like we share the same mind and heart. You could finish each other's sentences. Anyway, I'm going to leave this reading here. I've said enough. And I'm not going to be guilty about it. And I'm sending you lots of love and light, my friends, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you for listening to my rant. Bye.